All right. So today's first movie review is going to be of, and I hope I am pronouncing this right. Hajwala, The Missing Engine. Um, so I did try to make it through this movie quite a while back, and I kind of just got bored of the movie, uh, just due to the fact that, and again, I will say this again, there was a lot of filler, it felt like, in this movie. So, I believe the main storyline is supposed to be about these two rival racing teams who actually end up getting into competitive drifting, and I believe they are trying to raise enough money to get into this final, to compete in this final race or whatever up this mountain. Uh, so, the movie kind of seemed like it was almost all over the place at certain points in time. The one guy's mother is sick. I'm not really sure if she's like I don't really know what she has, but it seems like it seemed like she needed an awful lot of medication, and she needed it at a certain point of time every day, or else she would have these like coughing fits or something. So I'm not really sure exactly what she had, but yeah, she wasn't doing too well, and I believe maybe he's trying to do these races to get her better health care as well, possibly was one of his goals. And anyway, his wife ends up taking out the racing car to take his mother to the hospital, and it ends up getting taken by the police. And now the engine that was in the car isn't going to be able to be used for his competitions. So they come up with this plan to, I think, I believe it was steal the other team's engine out of their car. And then they all end up getting caught in the end of the movie and arrested. Uh, so yeah, that was basically most of the story, I would say, was them trying to find a way to, one, get his car back out of the jail, because they never seemed to be able to do that no matter how many times they went back. It always seemed like they had to take another step every time they went back to get this guy's car. And I believe, I'm not even sure, wow, don't give pictures of the main actors or anything, I guess. Um, yeah, so I couldn't actually tell you without photos of the actors in the film who who was who. So that kind of totally takes away from everything because it is a foreign film. Uh, but yeah, I mean, some of these scenes were cool, like them getting to go to the Lamborghini like racetrack or like Lamborghini museum maybe, and they got to like ride the roller coaster and do the go-karts, and like some of the drifting scenes were cool where they're doing like the competitive drifting. You could tell definitely who was the professional drivers and who were maybe some of like the actors doing some of the drifting, I suppose. Like who the better drifters were. Maybe they were all professional drifters, and that's why maybe some of the acting wasn't the best in this film. Uh, Now I will kind of, I mean, the storyline was all right, and like the ending scene was pretty dramatic, where believe both racers crashed during their final race, or yeah, during the final race scene in the movie. Now I'm hoping that the second one is a little bit better because the second one is also on Netflix, so I'm hoping it's a little bit better. Uh, but yeah, wow, I don't really think there's much else that you can say about this movie because it just seemed like there was so much stuff happening kind of in between where they were just doing a bunch of random filler scenes to kind of push the movie to be a little bit longer. Um, I think the runtime on this movie was what, about, yeah, an hour and a half. It probably could have been like a short film, I think almost, like maybe an hour. Yeah, it kind of just felt like there was a lot of extra stuff that could have been cut out maybe by about 10 or 15 minutes. I don't know, maybe I'm just missing some stuff in this movie. I don't really know, but a lot of it just seemed to be them doing the competitions, and then there was a little bit of a storyline along with it where you kind of feel a little bit for the characters, I guess, but then a lot of it was just like party scenes, and then the scene where they go to the Lamborghini spot to do the roller coaster, and then they were shopping at one point, and then yeah, a lot of it was a lot of uh, talking bits that I didn't really feel like needed to be in the film. And I mean, it got a heck of a low rating on IMDb. It got a 2 out of 10. Now I gave it a 4 because I didn't think it was quite low enough to be a 3 or a 2. Uh, but yeah, I think there was definitely room for improvement in this film, and I'm hoping that the second one is a little bit better. But yeah, I actually can't tell you without photos, and I don't know why they don't have any photos of the actors here. There's one actor's name. The police officer is actually the only actor that got photo credit. Um, Abdullah bin Hadir was the police officer, I guess. I believe that arrested all of them at the end of the movie. Obviously for stealing I guess stealing the other team's engine, and they tried to frame their one friend. Although I don't really know how much of a friend he was, because he kind of seemed like he was the guy to just be on whoever was the winning team, really, right? At least that's kind of the thing I picked up from him. He always liked to get in on the winning team because everything for him would be free that way. And I mean, he was a car guy, so I guess it was kind of important to have him around, but he always seemed to feel like he was being forced to do a lot of the stuff he was doing when he was with the one team. So yeah, it was just kind of odd, and certain scenes made me laugh, but yeah, it was just felt like a lot of filler in this movie. I guess that's pretty much it for this review, because I don't really know what else to say about the film other than that. So I guess I will see you guys in the next review. Yeah. Bye bye for now.